This is DRF Race of the Day. Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beer, the DRF Race of the Day for Sunday, May the 2nd. Race number 8 at Belmont Park. It is the Grade 2 Ruffian Stakes for fillies and mares. Our coverage is presented by our friends at Justa Farm. Watch your foal grow into an athlete with Justa Farm's breeding and racing partnerships. Visit 851 Saginaw Road in Oxford, Pennsylvania, or go to justafarm.com for more information. Be part of the Sport of Kings with Justa Farm's affordable racing partnerships. Your ticket to the backside to watch them train and enjoy the thrill of racing. Visit justafarm.com for more details today. Here's the field for the Ruffian. We are going a one-turn mile at Belmont Park. Download free formulator past performances for this race on the Race of the Day event page at drf.com. Handicap along with us. Lake Avenue was a very promising 2-year-old, and it looks like she's finding her best form again, Mike.
Yeah, really good efforts in her last 2 races, Dan. One at 7 furlongs. The most recent one, a stakes win over this one-turn mile. Her last 2 races are very good.
Got a bit of tactical speed as well as we throw up that Timeform US pace projector, which shows the number 6, Gibberish, expected to make the lead in a blue bar scenario, which could favor horses on or near the early lead. And yes, Gibberish is a fast horse, but the 3-hour Super Freak is handy, and some might argue that our Super Freak has a little bit of a class edge over Gibberish.
Yeah, she might. I expect Gibberish to make the lead in here, Dan. I don't know how soft she'll be able to get away early. There are horses who I think can keep up with her early. Overall, her recent form is fine. She probably has to improve to beat this field.
The number 1, Vault's going to need a little bit of pace help up front. She's a stakes winner at Laurel Park back in 2019. She kind of bombed in the Grade 3 Molly Pitcher at 3-1 last year. She went to the sidelines, and ever since she's come back for Brad Cox, she's had some problems in the gate, either not leaving it at all or breaking slowly. And she did that last time out, but she overcame. Let's watch her effort on March the 27th, going a 2-turn mile and a 16th. She was very confidently ridden as she got to the outside, and she's going to go by this field in the stretch. Buyers are inching up the right way. She has the ability to win this race, Mike. I wish she was a bit sharper out of the stalls.
Yeah, I don't like that she doesn't break from the gate that well either. She really does have the potential to go with these horses, though, and I really think her recent form is getting good. Obviously, off the layoff there, she failed to leave the starting gate. Even her race 2 back then, I know she was beaten as an odds-on favorite. She was best that day. She went way too early to take that race over, got very tired in the stretch, and got run down by a last to first winner. But she ran great 2 back. She ran even better last time.
The number 2 is Water White. I think this filly's a little bit underrated for trainer Rudy Rodriguez. She pulled off an upset in the Busher 3 starts back, going the one-turn mile at Aqueduct. She missed a lot of time last year, and she came off the layoff and didn't show a lot of rust. Let's watch that effort over Sloppy Going back on April Fool's Day. She wins this race very easily. Sharp Star, the big favor. Her form has just fallen off a cliff, though, and the buyer for this race came back kind of light.
Yeah, I mean, she does win this race very easily. It's really not much of a field. Once Sharp Star didn't show up, Waterway didn't really have that many obstacles in front of her. I've heard someone say before, Dan, that the figures don't lie. If that's the case, this filly's way too slow to win.
Our Super Freak is the number 3, a restricted stakes winner at Laurel Park. These connections have done a really great job with our Super Freak. She's running some tough races. If you don't believe me, let's watch her last race. The Grade 3 Bayakoa at Oaklawn Park. She's in against Monomoy Girl, who just is a superstar. And our Super Freak tracked the pace set by Finite, went after Finite on the turn. She's going to be very game for second, just no match for Monomoy Girl. Finite came back to run okay in the La Troyenne on Kentucky Oaks Friday. In some ways, our Super Freak's the horse to beat, Mike, considering her tactical speed.
She could be. She has good tactical speed, and she certainly has the figures as well, Dan, to be a real handful in here. Her best race is going to make her very tough. She ran fine last time. I have no knocks on that performance. She's never going to be able to beat Monomoy Girl. I'll give her credit just for being second in that race. And, you know, overall, especially since this trainer has taken over, Dan, her form's been excellent.
Lake Avenue, the winner of the Grade 2 Demoiselle, is a 2-year-old filly. She has now won 2 in a row, as Mike mentioned in the open. Looked good winning the Heavenly Prize last time out, going a one-turn mile. Maybe this is what she wants to do after all, one-turn routing. Let's watch the Heavenly Prize. Lake Avenue parked herself off the early lead. She takes over swinging into the stretch, and it's off to the races as an odds-on favorite should.
Yeah, just a dominant win here. I mean, she broke better from the gate in this race too, which I like to see. She kept right up close to the pace stand, and she just absolutely destroys this field through the stretch. A really, really impressive performance again for a filly who, at the beginning of her career, looked like she could be really good. Obviously, when she came back early as a 3-year-old, something wasn't quite right with her, but she's back from the layoff for her last 2 starts, and she is improving with every start.
Perhaps the 5 Saguaro Row, a bit of a sleeper for an underrated trainer, making her second star off a short layoff. She's a multiple stakes winner at 7 furlongs, and she went into the Hurricane Birdie last time out facing the much improved Pacific Gale. Who knew Pacific Gale was a killer? Let's watch Saguaro Row's race at Gulfstream last time out. She didn't break very well. She's widest in the stretch. She picks up a minor award. This is a mare that probably needs a little bit of pace, but once in a while, she'll come through with a nice effort. Her buyers are a little bit light, though.
Yeah, she just really hasn't been in her best form recently. And listen, she runs fine in here to be a clear third, but there's never a point where it looks like she's going to win. And she still is lacking that, very strong stretch kick that she used to have. For whatever reason, Dan, she's just not finishing strongly in her races anymore. They very rarely stretch her out beyond sprint distances. The one time that they went the 1-turn mile with her back in December of 2019, she finished second in the Go for Juan, but they were absolutely crawling on the lead in there.
Gibberish, the number 6, can't be taken lightly considering the pace scenario. She's won 3 out of her last 4 starts, and the loss last time out in the Grade 3 Royal Delta, well, that could be chalked up to the fact that she was involved in a very serious pace dispute from the start. All things considered, I don't think she ran badly at all. And if you believe the Timeform US pace projector, it could be a 180-degree different scenario here. She's live somewhat at 8-1.
Yeah, I think she is too. I can't say that I love her in here, Dan, but I'm a little bit afraid of her since they've stretched her out in distance. She's 4 for 6 in route races on the dirt. The 2 losses, she has excuses for both. You already mentioned the excuse she had last time. The only other time she lost was the Indiana Oaks behind She Dares the Devil, where she totally blew the start, wound up in an impossible trip way off the pace. Other than that, she's been perfect.
Intriguing race, the Sunday race of the day, presented by our friends at Justa Farm. We take a look at our top selections in here. We both landed on Vault. I do think she has the closing ability to run this field down, and I think there is a chance that our Super Freak puts enough heat on Gibberish to make this pace at least fair for the closers.
And that's what I thought too. I felt like everybody was going to have a fair chance in this race, Dan. And I just felt like Vault was the value in the race. I think she is good enough to win if she shows up and runs one of the 2 races that she's run most recently at Oakland. I think her last 2 starts are real good.
1463 for Mike, 1346 for me in the Grade 2 Ruffian Stakes. Our coverage presented by Justa Farm.
Hi, welcome to Justa Farm. I'm Ann Betch, and my family's been involved in racing for 4 generations. I decided to start Justa Farm to make horse racing available to everybody, because everybody should have access to horse racing. Our horses are treated like family. My husband and I actually refer to the barn as downstairs. The house is upstairs, the barn is downstairs. God's honest truth. The interaction time that you spend with a horse builds its connection, whether you just want to give them treats, whether you want to take them for a walk and let them eat some grass. You learn who they are and they learn who you are. Our partners get to experience the thrill of racing. When you're at the track, everybody who's there is cheering for somebody, and you get to cheer for your horse, not just the one with the funny name. When our partners visit Fair Hill Training Center, they get to experience a day in the life of their horse. Many trainers are too busy to have appropriate amounts of times for their owners and to set time aside for their owners. We make that a priority. We start them and do a lot of the training and teach them to be ridden. But once they need to learn about the track, we send them to Carl.
My name's Carl Doran. I've been training for the last 12 years. I get to ride my own horses, which there's not a ton of trainers that get to do that. My favorite thing about racing is the excitement when you're actually in a race. We try and do all these stages in mind that you're going to keep the horse confident and happy and healthy. Oh, your experience here is going to be awesome. I mean, it's so laid back here for owners. It's more of a day outing, I feel like, and you know, you couldn't come to a more beautiful place as well. So
our sport has gotten some black eyes from people not putting the horses first, and both Carl and I do that. That's why I chose him. At Justa Farm, we do things the right way, and we hope to show people that you can do things the right way and succeed.